The great mountain ranges of our world stand as silent stone giants, their ancient faces etched by time and weather, reaching for the sky with a quiet majesty. These colossal formations, sculpted by the relentless forces of wind, ice, and tectonic upheaval, form the backbone of continents and the boundaries of the possible. The landscape is a study in extremes, jagged rock faces, deep snowdrifts, and winds so fierce they sculpt the very stone. Here the air is thin and raw, carrying the sting of ice and the howl of storms that can last for days. For many, these places seem utterly inhospitable, too cold, too barren, too unforgiving for life to take hold. The silence is broken only by the distant rumble of avalanches or the sharp crack of ice splitting under pressure. Yet, for those who look closer, these high frontiers are alive with creatures of astonishing strength and resilience. Every ledge, every snowfield, every wind-blasted outcrop is a stage for survival. These mountains are not empty wastelands, they are vibrant, challenging homes where life has found a way to flourish against all odds. In the brief summer, meadows burst into color, and the air hums with the activity of insects and birds. Here, survival is a daily battle, a constant test of endurance and ingenuity. Every animal, from the smallest pika to the apex predator, is shaped by the relentless demands of this environment. This is a world of extreme conditions, where the rules of life are rewritten. Weather can shift in moments, with blizzards descending without warning and temperatures plunging in the blink of an eye. The air grows thin as you climb, with oxygen becoming a precious and scarce resource. Only the hardiest can endure the suffocating altitude, where every breath is a struggle. Temperatures plummet to levels that can freeze living tissue in minutes, and the cold seeps into every crevice, testing the limits of endurance. The sun's rays, unfiltered by the thin atmosphere, beat down with unrelenting intensity, burning exposed skin and dazzling the eyes with blinding brilliance. The ground itself is a hazard, a maze of vertical cliffs, treacherous slopes, and deep ravines where one wrong step could mean a fatal fall. Gravity is a constant adversary. It is a place of stark and powerful beauty, where the landscape inspires awe and humility. But this beauty demands respect, and only those with a very special set of skills can hope to survive. Every day is a struggle against gravity, cold, and starvation. Food is scarce, and every calorie must be earned through risk and effort. Despite these immense challenges, life persists in the most astonishing ways. Each creature is a marvel of adaptation, perfectly tuned to its niche. From the soaring peaks of the Himalayas to the long spine of the Andes, and across the rugged Rockies and ancient Alps, animals have made these high places their kingdoms, each range a world unto itself. They are not just surviving here, they are thriving, filling every available niche with life and energy. Each species is a masterpiece of evolution, a living testament to the power of adaptation. Their bodies are shaped by the demands of altitude, cold, and scarcity. They carry within their bodies the tools needed to conquer the cold, from dense insulating fur to compact forms that conserve precious warmth. To breathe the thin air, they have evolved larger lungs, more efficient blood, and remarkable stamina, allowing them to thrive where others would falter. And to navigate the dizzying heights, they move with a grace that seems almost impossible, sure-footed, agile, and utterly at home on the edge of the world. Their stories are tales of courage, ingenuity, and the enduring spirit of the natural world. Every interaction, every adaptation is a testament to the will to survive. In this essay, we will journey to the highest corners of our planet, soaring above the clouds and descending into secret valleys to meet these incredible mountain dwellers. We will explore the unique ways they have adapted to their unforgiving environments, from the powerful leaps and silent hunts of the elusive snow leopard to the social huddles and vigilant sentinels of the marmot, whose survival depends on cooperation and constant awareness. We will witness their clever hunting strategies, their daring escapes, and the delicate balance between predator and prey that shapes every moment. And we will discover the surprising partnerships that form in these heights. Alliances born of necessity, where survival often depends on cooperation between the most unlikely of allies. These animals are the true kings and queens of the mountains, their lives offering a profound lesson in what it means to endure, to adapt, and to overcome. Their world is a fragile one, a tapestry of life woven from countless threads, each dependent on the other. It is a world worth understanding, cherishing, and protecting, for in these wild mountains the story of survival is written in every stone, every snowflake, and every heartbeat. At the summit, life is a relentless contest against the elements, a world where only the most extraordinary adaptations allow survival. Here, the air is thin, holding less than 2/3 the oxygen found at sea level. For most creatures, this would mean suffocation, but for the animals of the summit, it is simply another challenge to overcome. The guanaco, native to the high Andes, has evolved blood, teeming with red blood cells, far more than any lowland mammal. This adaptation allows it to extract every possible molecule of oxygen from the rarefied air. These cells act as microscopic couriers, delivering oxygen with remarkable efficiency to every muscle and organ, fueling bursts of speed and endurance that would be impossible for most animals. The cold at these heights is merciless. Temperatures can plummet to 40 degrees below zero, and the wind scours the slopes with icy ferocity. Yet the snow leopard is wrapped in a coat so dense and warm it is impervious to the chill. The chinchilla, another summit specialist, boasts the densest fur of any land mammal, up to 80 hairs from a single follicle. This creates a nearly impenetrable barrier against the cold, trapping precious body heat even in the most severe blizzards. Insulation is only part of the story. Many summit dwellers huddle together for warmth, using social bonds as a shield against the elements, while others seek out sun-warmed rocks or burrow into snowdrifts to conserve energy. The terrain itself is a formidable adversary. Sheer cliffs, shifting scree, and icy ledges demand perfect balance and specialized anatomy. The mountain goat's hooves are masterpieces of natural engineering, hard-edged for traction, with a soft, rubbery core that molds to the rock. With these tools, they can traverse ledges no wider than a coin, leap across dizzying gaps, and climb vertical faces that would defeat almost any other animal. For the burrell or blue sheep, agility is a matter of life and death. When danger approaches, it launches itself down sheer cliffs, bouncing from ledge to ledge in a controlled descent that leaves predators behind. Even the snow leopard, a master hunter, struggles to match the burrell's acrobatics on these treacherous slopes. Here, every adaptation is tested in the ultimate game of survival. At the summit, every detail matters. Specialized blood, insulating fur, and precision-engineered hooves are not luxuries. They are the difference between life and death. In this world above the clouds, survival is a triumph of adaptation. Every creature is a living testament to the power of evolution, thriving where life seems impossible, at the very roof of the world. The Himalayas, the highest and most formidable mountain range on Earth, stretch across the horizon like a frozen fortress. Here the air is thin, the winds are fierce, and the landscape is a labyrinth of jagged peaks and plunging valleys. In this harsh and unforgiving realm, a creature moves with such stealth and secrecy that it has earned the name Ghost of the Mountains. This is the snow leopard, a master of survival and adaptation, whose presence is felt more often than it is seen. Dwelling at altitudes above 4,000 meters, the snow leopard is perfectly engineered for life in the cold, rarefied air. Its thick, smoky grey fur insulates against the biting chill, while a dense undercoat traps precious warmth close to the skin. Wide nasal passages warm the freezing air before it reaches the lungs, a vital adaptation for breathing in the thin, icy atmosphere. Its blood, rich in hemoglobin, allows the snow leopard to extract every possible molecule of oxygen from the rarefied air, fueling its powerful muscles for the demanding life at altitude. The snow leopard's enormous fur-covered paws act as natural snowshoes, distributing its weight so it can move silently and effortlessly across deep drifts, leaving barely a trace. With powerful muscular hind legs, it can leap up to 15 meters, 6 times its own body length, soaring across yawning chasms and scaling near vertical cliffs with ease. The snow leopard is a solitary and supremely stealthy hunter, using the rugged terrain to its advantage. It moves with ghost-like silence, its padded paws muffling every step as it stalks its quarry. Its smoky grey coat, patterned with dark rosettes and spots, provides perfect camouflage against the rocky slopes and snowy outcrops, rendering it nearly invisible to both prey and rival predators. The snow leopard's hunting strategy is a blend of patience and precision. It often targets blue sheep and ibex, waiting motionless for hours, high above on a ledge, before launching a sudden, explosive attack. Using gravity as an ally, it ambushes from above, launching itself at unsuspecting prey and sometimes tumbling hundreds of meters down a cliff, locked together in a desperate struggle for survival. Its remarkable balance and a highly developed inner ear allow it to twist and right itself in mid-air, ensuring it almost always lands on its feet, ready to secure its hard-earned meal. Sharing these precipitous heights is the Himalayan tahr, a wild goat with a thick shaggy mane that shields the male's throat from the bites of predators. The tahr is a masterful climber, its hooves equipped with a soft, rubber-like core that grips even the slickest, wettest rocks, allowing it to traverse the most treacherous slopes. This adaptation enables the 90-kilogram animal to stand firm on slopes as steep as 60 degrees, where a single misstep could mean disaster. The tahr can even run along sheer cliff faces, using each leg independently to maintain balance and grip, a vital skill for evading predators. The ability to navigate such precarious terrain is the tahr's primary defense against the ever-watchful snow leopard, turning the cliffs into a vertical battlefield where only the most agile survive. Above these rocky arenas, the sky itself is a hunting ground. Here, a different kind of predator reigns, the golden eagle, master of the Himalayan air currents. With a wingspan exceeding 2 meters, the golden eagle is a formidable aerial hunter, able to ride the updrafts and glide effortlessly over vast distances. Its vision is legendary, 5 times sharper than a human's, allowing it to spot the faintest movement of a rabbit or marmot from 3 kilometers away. When prey is sighted, the eagle tucks its wings and dives, reaching speeds of over 300 kilometers per hour in a breathtaking stoop. Its talons, 6 centimeters long and razor-sharp, strike with bone-crushing force, dispatching prey in an instant. For prey too heavy to carry, such as a young mountain goat, the eagle employs a ruthless strategy, lifting the animal and dropping it from a great height onto the rocks below, ensuring a meal in this unforgiving world. In this realm, every creature is both hunter and hunted. The snow leopard, the tahr, and the golden eagle are locked in a delicate balance, each perfectly adapted to the extremes of the Himalayas. Their lives are a testament to the relentless struggle for survival in the ghost cat's domain, where only the fittest endure. Stretching for 7,000 kilometers along the western edge of South America, the Andes Mountains form the world's longest continental mountain range, a formidable spine of rock and ice that shapes the destiny of every creature within its grasp. Here, the landscape is a mosaic of soaring peaks, deep valleys, and windswept plateaus, each presenting its own set of challenges and opportunities for survival. Among these giants, the dominant predator is the cougar, also known as the puma or mountain lion. This elusive hunter is perfectly adapted to the harsh, ever-changing terrain, patrolling vast territories that can span hundreds of square kilometers. A master of stealth and power, the cougar moves with silent grace, placing its hind paws in the exact same spots where its front paws have just been. This precise movement minimizes noise and leaves almost no trace, a crucial advantage in a world where every step could mean the difference between a successful hunt and starvation. Its hind legs are longer and more powerful than its front legs, enabling it to make astounding vertical leaps of over 5 meters. This allows the cougar to ambush prey from above, using the fractured landscape to its advantage. The cougar's primary prey is the guanaco, a wild relative of the llama. Guanacos are highly social, moving in herds that traverse the open plains and steep slopes in search of sparse mountain grasses. The guanaco is far from a helpless victim. When threatened, the herd bands together, adults forming a protective barrier around the vulnerable young. It has developed a formidable defense. Its neck is covered in skin up to 2 centimeters thick, acting like a natural coat of armor against the cougar's killing bite. This adaptation is a direct response to the relentless pressure of predation in the high Andes. If attacked, a guanaco will fight back fiercely, using powerful kicks and spitting acidic stomach fluids at its attacker. These defensive tactics can be enough to deter even the most determined predator. Its greatest asset, however, is its endurance. Guanacos are built for long-distance travel, able to cover vast stretches of rugged terrain in search of food and water. Fueled by oxygen-rich blood, they can run at high speeds for long distances, attempting to outlast the explosive but short-lived sprint of the cougar. During seasonal migrations, herds may travel dozens of kilometers between grazing grounds, navigating treacherous passes and icy streams. Soaring high above the peaks is the Andean condor, the heaviest flying bird on the planet. With a wingspan that can exceed 3 meters, this magnificent creature is a master of energy conservation. The condor rarely flaps its wings, instead riding rising columns of warm air, called thermals, to glide for hours and cover hundreds of kilometers with almost no effort. These birds follow the contours of the land, using the updrafts created by the mountains themselves. Their migrations can span entire regions as they search for carrion scattered across the vast Andean wilderness. The condor's keen eyesight allows it to spot a carcass from kilometers away, making it an essential part of the mountain ecosystem. The condor is a pure scavenger, using its powerful, hooked beak to tear through the thick hides of dead animals like guanacos. By consuming the remains left behind by predators, it helps to keep the mountains clean and disease-free. Its bald head is a brilliant adaptation, staying clean as it feeds and being sterilized by the intense ultraviolet sunlight at high altitude. This unique feature is vital for a bird that spends much of its life feeding on carrion. Another remarkable Andean resident is the vicuña, a slender and elegant creature that lives at altitudes up to 5,000 meters. Vicuñas are highly mobile, migrating seasonally to follow the growth of fresh grasses exposed by melting snow. It possesses a heart that is 50% larger than that of similar-sized mammals, giving it superior aerobic capacity in the oxygen-poor environment. This adaptation allows the vicuña to graze and run at altitudes where few other animals can survive. Its fleece is made of incredibly fine fibers, warmer and softer than cashmere, providing superb insulation for its small body. This precious wool is grown in response to the biting cold and relentless winds that sweep the high Andes. The vicuña relies on its incredible speed, reaching up to 50 kilometers per hour, to escape from predators. Agile and alert, it can dart across rocky slopes and leap over crevasses with ease. This combination of a powerful heart and a warm coat allows it to live higher up the mountains than almost any other mammal. In the thin, frigid air, the vicuña stands as a testament to the resilience and adaptability of life in the world's longest mountain range. In this realm of giants, every animal is shaped by the extremes of the Andes. Their migrations, behaviors, and bodies are all finely tuned to the rhythms of the mountains, a living tapestry woven from endurance, ingenuity, and the relentless will to survive. Across the vast expanse of the Northern Hemisphere, Two great mountain ranges rise as sentinels of their continents, the rugged Rocky Mountains of North America and the majestic Alps of Europe. Though separated by an ocean and thousands of kilometers, these wild places are united by their role as cradles of extraordinary life. In the Rockies, the landscape is shaped by ancient glaciers and fierce weather, creating a realm where only the most resilient survive. Here, the bighorn sheep reigns supreme, its life a constant test of strength and agility. Males engage in dramatic headbutting contests, echoing through the valleys as they compete for dominance and the right to mate. Their massive, curved horns, sometimes weighing more than their entire skeleton, are both weapons and symbols of status. These formidable tools are the product of years of growth, each ring a testament to seasons survived. During the autumn rut, rival males charge at each other at speeds reaching 40 kilometers per hour, the collision reverberating like thunder across the slopes. The impact is colossal, yet these animals emerge unscathed, a marvel of natural engineering. Their survival is owed to a double-layered skull, reinforced with a honeycomb structure of bone that acts as a built-in helmet. This ingenious adaptation absorbs shock and protects their brains from injury, allowing the battles to continue year after year. Across the Atlantic, the Alps present a different, yet equally formidable challenge. Here, the alpine ibex is the undisputed master of the vertical world. Smaller than the bighorn sheep, but no less impressive, the ibex is a symbol of survival against the odds. Once driven to the brink of extinction by hunting and habitat loss, these remarkable goats have rebounded, reclaiming their place on the precipitous slopes and lush meadows of the high Alps. The ibex is renowned for its astonishing ability to climb near vertical surfaces, including the concrete walls of dams like the Quingino in Italy. With each careful step, they defy gravity, their bodies perfectly adapted for life on the edge. Their split hooves with rough rubbery pads act like suction cups, gripping the tiniest ledges and cracks. This unique adaptation allows them to scale 50-meter walls with astonishing confidence and grace. The reason for this daring feat is not the view, but survival. The ibex seeks out the salt and minerals that seep from the stone, vital nutrients that are scarce in their alpine diet. This relentless drive to find resources, no matter how perilous the location, is a testament to the ibex's resilience and ingenuity. Back in the Rockies, another legend stalks the snowbound forests, the wolverine. This elusive predator is a symbol of raw power and tenacity, thriving where few others dare to roam. Weighing just 18 kilograms, the wolverine is the largest member of the weasel family, yet it will fearlessly challenge bears and wolves for their kills, relying on sheer audacity and strength. Its powerful molars, rotated 90 degrees, allow it to crush and consume frozen bone and flesh, an essential adaptation for survival in the harsh, frozen wilderness. The wolverine's large, snowshoe-like paws distribute its weight, enabling it to travel swiftly over deep snow where heavier predators would sink. With a sense of smell so acute it can detect a carcass buried beneath 6 meters of snow, the wolverine is one of the most effective scavengers of the frozen north, ensuring nothing goes to waste in this unforgiving land. In the Alps, survival takes a different form. The alpine marmot, a sociable rodent, has mastered the art of endurance by sleeping through the harshest months. These animals hibernate for up to 6 months, their body temperature dropping to just 3 degrees Celsius, and their heart rate slowing to a mere 5 beats per minute, a remarkable feat of physiological adaptation. Deep underground, marmots huddle together in large family groups, sharing warmth and conserving energy as the world above is locked in ice. This social thermoregulation is vital. The collective body heat keeps the group, especially the vulnerable young at the center, from freezing in the depths of winter. It is a remarkable example of cooperation and adaptation, a testament to the ingenuity of life in the world's wildest mountains. From the snowbound forests of the Rockies to the sunlit peaks of the Alps, These mountains are more than just stone and ice. They are living worlds, shaped by time and weather, and home to creatures whose lives are woven into the fabric of their wild domains. Here, on two continents, the struggle for survival has given rise to some of the most extraordinary adaptations on Earth, a true testament to the power and beauty of nature. Rising above the surrounding plains, the Ethiopian highlands are often called the roof of Africa, a vast, ancient massif sculpted by time and elemental forces. Here, the air is thin and crisp, and the climate is shaped by dramatic temperature swings, with warm days giving way to freezing nights. The highlands are a world apart, isolated by altitude and geography, creating a cradle for evolution and endemism. This isolation has given rise to a remarkable collection of animals and plants found nowhere else on Earth. Each species here is a testament to survival in a land of extremes. On the sweeping high plateaus, geladas thrive. These are the world's only grass-eating primates, perfectly adapted to a life spent on the ground. Their thick fur shields them from the biting cold, and their dexterous fingers pluck the tenderest blades from the frosty turf. Instead of foraging in trees, geladas spend their days shuffling along on their haunches, plucking grass and forming tight-knit social groups. Their complex vocalizations echo across the valleys, a language as intricate as their society. Because they sit so much, the colorful skin patches that signal social status in other monkeys have migrated from their rear ends to a vivid hourglass-shaped patch on their chests. This unique adaptation allows geladas to communicate dominance and readiness for mating without ever standing up. As dusk falls and temperatures plummet, geladas retreat to the safety of sheer cliff ledges. Here they huddle together, protected from leopards and hyenas that prowl the darkness below. Sharing this high-altitude world is the Ethiopian wolf, the rarest canid on the planet. With fewer than 500 individuals left, this elegant predator is a master of survival in a harsh and unforgiving environment. The Ethiopian wolf is highly specialized, with long legs for bounding through thick grass and a slender muzzle for snatching elusive prey. Its fiery coat stands out against the muted tones of the highlands, a flash of color in a subdued landscape. Although they live in packs to defend their territory, these wolves hunt alone, relying on stealth and patience to outwit their quarry. Their primary prey is the big-headed mole rat, a burrowing rodent that spends most of its life underground, safe from most predators but not from the wolf's keen senses. The wolf will stand motionless for hours, ears twitching, attuned to the faintest rustle of digging below. Every hunt is a test of patience and precision. When the moment comes, the wolf launches itself in a perfect arc, crashing through the burrow's roof to seize its prize, a vital meal in a land where every calorie counts. Among the rocks, another survivor makes its home, the rock hyrax. Small and unassuming, it is a master of adaptation. Though it resembles a groundhog, the hyrax's closest living relative is the elephant. Its tiny tusks and hoof-like toenails are clues to this ancient lineage. These adaptations help the hyrax grip rocky surfaces and process the tough, fibrous plants that grow in the highlands. With a slow metabolism and poor temperature regulation, the hyrax must bask in the morning sun to warm its body, timing its activity to the rhythm of the highland day. To protect its sensitive eyes, the hyrax possesses a unique structure in its pupil called an umbraculum, a natural sunshade that allows it to scan the skies for eagles while staring directly at the sun. The highlands are a tapestry of life, where survival is shaped not only by competition, but by intricate relationships and cooperation among species. Gelada monkeys have formed an unusual alliance with common jackals. This peaceful partnership is a rare example of mutual benefit between predator and prey. As the Gelada troops move through the grasslands, their foraging disturbs insects and rodents, flushing them from their hiding places. The jackals follow closely, seizing the opportunity to hunt the small creatures that the monkeys expose. their success rates soaring thanks to this unspoken truce. This arrangement is so effective that the jackal's hunting success more than doubles, a testament to the power of cooperation in a challenging environment. The truce endures as long as the jackals pose no threat to the geladas' young, maintaining a delicate balance between trust and caution. A rare alliance on Africa's unique rooftop, where every species is a survivor and every day is a story of adaptation and resilience. In the world's most formidable mountain ranges, survival is a daily test of wit and adaptability. Here, animals are not only shaped by the harsh climate and rugged terrain, but also by the need to outsmart both prey and predator. Ingenious hunting strategies and unexpected partnerships have evolved, creating a tapestry of life where intelligence is as vital as strength. Hunting in these vertical worlds demands more than brute force. It requires patience, calculated risk, and a deep understanding of the landscape. Predators must anticipate every move, while prey rely on agility and intimate knowledge of their environment to evade capture. The bearded vulture, soaring above the Alps and Pyrenees, is a master of resourcefulness. Unlike other raptors, it specializes in a diet of bone, extracting nourishment where others see only leftovers. When it discovers a skeleton, the vulture lifts the heaviest bones high into the sky, sometimes as much as 150 meters, before releasing them onto carefully chosen rocky outcrops known as ossuaries. The impact shatters the bones, exposing the rich fatty marrow within, a vital source of energy in this unforgiving environment. This remarkable technique is passed down through generations, a learned behavior that ensures the vulture's survival. But survival here is not always a solitary endeavor. Across the mountains, alliances form between species, partnerships that offer mutual benefit and increase the odds of survival. In the Ethiopian highlands, geladas and jackals have developed a remarkable relationship. As geladas forage for roots and insects, they inadvertently flush out prey for the ever-watchful jackals, who follow the troop at a respectful distance. Such cooperation is not unique to Africa. Across the world's mountains, animals of different species form temporary alliances, sometimes for food, sometimes for protection. In the Himalayas, packs of dholes, also known as red dogs, are among the most effective hunters. Their success lies in teamwork and communication. Using a series of high-pitched whistles and yips, dholes coordinate their movements, encircling prey and launching synchronized attacks that few animals can escape. A large pack can even challenge the solitary snow leopard, intimidating it and sometimes stealing its hard-earned kill. Yet, not all benefit from confrontation. Smaller predators like the golden eagle often wait in the wings, ready to scavenge the remains left behind by the big cats. Defending a kill is as crucial as making it. The constant threat of scavengers means that every meal is a prize to be guarded fiercely. Scavengers, ever patient, ever watchful, wait for the slightest lapse in vigilance, ready to seize a hard-won meal at a moment's notice. The Himalayan leopard, a master of stealth and strength, has developed a unique solution to this problem, one that relies on sheer power and ingenuity. With immense neck and shoulder muscles, the leopard can haul prey twice its own weight high into the branches of a tree, far beyond the reach of ground-based scavengers. By stashing its kill 10 meters above the ground, the leopard ensures a private larder, safe from dholes, hyenas, and other opportunists. This strategy allows the leopard to return and feed over several days, maximizing the reward for its efforts. Such feats of strength and agility are not just displays, they are essential adaptations for survival in a world where every advantage counts. Even the smallest mountain dwellers have evolved ingenious tactics. Constant vigilance and quick reflexes are their best defense against a host of predators. The chinchilla, cloaked in the densest fur of any land mammal, faces a unique challenge. Its luxurious coat, while insulating against the cold, must never get wet, Waterlogged fur can spell disaster in these frigid heights. To stay clean and dry, chinchillas take regular dust baths in fine volcanic ash, which absorbs oils and dirt, preserving the insulating properties of their fur. When threatened, the chinchilla employs a remarkable defense known as fur slip. If seized by a predator, a large patch of fur detaches, allowing the animal to slip free and vanish among the rocks. This clever adaptation often means the difference between life and death, turning a predator's grasp into nothing more than a handful of fur. From the highest peaks to the shadowed valleys, the mountains are alive with stories of cunning hunters and unlikely friends. Each alliance, every strategy, is a testament to the extraordinary intelligence and adaptability of mountain wildlife, a living web of survival woven from cooperation, competition, and the relentless drive to endure. In the high mountains, every breath is a test of survival. Here, animals have evolved remarkable adaptations to thrive in thin air and harsh climates. The journey from the sky to the city streets is not just a change in scenery, it's a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of wildlife. In these rugged heights, the cycle of life and death is immediate and visible. Scavengers like the Andean condor are perfectly engineered for this world. Their keen eyesight allows them to spot the faintest movement or the glint of a carcass from miles away, while their broad wings catch the mountain thermals, letting them soar effortlessly for hours. The condor's massive wingspan is not just for show, it is a vital adaptation for conserving energy in a world where food is scarce and distances are vast. Similarly, the golden eagle, another master of the heights, uses its speed and agility to hunt across the open plateaus, adapting its hunting style to the shifting winds and unpredictable terrain. As the sun sets and the cold intensifies, many animals descend from the exposed peaks to lower elevations, seeking shelter and new opportunities. This vertical migration is a crucial adaptation, allowing species to exploit different resources as conditions change. For some, the journey continues beyond the wild rocky slopes, down into the fringes of human settlements, where new challenges and opportunities await. The spotted hyena, for example, is a master of adaptation. Once a denizen of open savannas and mountain foothills, it now navigates the labyrinth of city streets with the same cunning it uses in the wild. The hyena's powerful jaws and highly acidic stomach are evolutionary marvels, allowing it to consume and digest even the toughest bones. In urban environments, these adaptations become tools for survival, as hyenas scavenge for scraps and organic waste, turning the city's refuse into sustenance. Across both wild and urban landscapes, scavengers play a vital role in maintaining ecological balance. Whether it's a vulture dropping bones from the sky to crack them open, or a hyena carrying bones through the city, these behaviors are finely tuned responses to ever-changing environments. The journey from sky to city streets is a story of adaptation, of animals reshaping their behaviors, diets, and even their bodies to survive in new and challenging worlds. From the thin air of the mountains to the bustling energy of the city, every creature is part of a dynamic web, each adaptation a testament to the power of evolution. In this ever-shifting landscape, the survival of the fittest is not just about strength or speed, but about the ability to change, to innovate, and to find new ways to thrive, no matter where the journey leads. In the silent dawn, as the first light brushes the peaks, the animals of the high mountains emerge, living testaments to the power of adaptation and the resilience of life. Their existence is a story written in the language of survival, each day a new chapter in a world where only the most resourceful endure. Over countless generations, these creatures have mastered the art of living in extremes. The snow leopard, with its ghostly grace, stalks the shadows of stone and snow. The mountain goat, sure-footed and unyielding, dances along sheer cliffs where a single misstep means oblivion. Above them, the condor rides the wind, surveying a kingdom of rock and sky. Each species, a marvel of evolution, has carved out a niche in this vertical wilderness, their lives intertwined with the rhythm of the mountains. They are the silent sentinels of the peaks, shaping and shaped by the land itself. Their presence is woven into the fabric of these wild places, guardians of a world few ever see. In these remote heights, life persists against the odds, a reminder of nature's tenacity and the beauty that flourishes in isolation. Yet these animals are more than survivors. They are the heartbeat of the mountains, their stories echoing through the valleys and across the ridges, a living legacy of wildness. But now the mountains are changing. The air grows warmer, the seasons less predictable. The ancient patterns that once guided migration, hibernation, and birth are shifting, leaving even the most adaptable creatures vulnerable. Glaciers that once fed rivers and carved valleys are retreating at unprecedented rates. The snowline creeps ever higher, exposing bare rock where once there was ice, and with it, the delicate balance of life is thrown into turmoil. Storms arrive without warning, and droughts linger longer than memory. The mountain weather, once harsh but reliable, now brings uncertainty and risk. For the alpine marmot, whose life is synchronized with the long, cold winter, the shortening of the season threatens its very survival. Without deep snow to insulate their burrows, entire colonies may perish in the freeze, or awaken too soon to a world without food. The snow leopard, master of the high open slopes, finds its territory shrinking as forests climb higher, driven by the warming climate. With each passing year, the boundaries of its world contract and the competition for space and prey intensifies. The encroachment of new plant life and shifting prey patterns force these elusive hunters to adapt or vanish. The struggle for survival grows fiercer with every lost acre of wilderness. Fragmented habitats isolate populations, making it harder for animals to find mates, disperse, or follow ancient migration routes. The once continuous tapestry of mountain life is now a patchwork, frayed at the edges. Even in the most remote crags, danger lurks. The snow leopard, already rare, faces the constant threat of poaching, its beauty making it a target for those who would profit from its demise. The bighorn sheep, too, is not immune. Its magnificent horns, symbols of strength and survival, have become coveted trophies, putting entire herds at risk. The pace of change is relentless. Ecosystems that evolved over millennia are being transformed in a matter of decades. For many species, adaptation is a race against time, a race they may not win. In the solitude of the heights, a sense of vulnerability hangs in the air. The future of these mountain specialists is uncertain, their fate balanced on a knife's edge. Yet hope endures in the wild. Some animals are already showing signs of remarkable resilience, altering their ranges, shifting their diets, and finding new ways to survive in a world transformed. The mountains themselves are teachers of patience and persistence. Their wildlife, shaped by adversity, may yet find ways to endure if given the chance. The future of the snow leopard, the condor, the ibex, and countless others depends on the preservation of their world. Every patch of untouched wilderness, every corridor that connects fragmented habitats is a lifeline. The ghost cat's silent prowl, the condor's soaring flight, and the ibex's nimble climb are not just wonders of nature, they are reminders of what is at stake. Their continued presence in these wild places is a testament to the possibility of coexistence, of a future where the mountains remain alive with the sound and movement of wildlife. If we fail, the silence that falls over the peaks will be absolute, a silence not of peace, but of absence. The loss of these animals would echo far beyond the mountains, diminishing the richness of life on Earth. But if we succeed, the high mountains will remain a sanctuary for the wild, a place where strength, endurance, and adaptability are celebrated, and where the guardians of the peaks continue their watch for generations yet to come. Beneath the towering peaks and windswept ridges, another world thrives, hidden from the eye, a labyrinth of rivers carved into stone, flowing in darkness beneath the mountains. These secret waterways, born from melting glaciers and ancient rains, shape the very bones of the earth. Here, water weaves through limestone caverns and granite corridors, dissolving minerals, sculpting tunnels, and giving rise to subterranean lakes as clear as crystal. Within these shadowed depths, life has found astonishing ways to endure. Blind cavefish, pale and ghostly, navigate by touch and the faintest vibrations, sensing the movement of water and the presence of unseen prey. Tiny amphipods scuttle across gravel beds, feeding on the organic matter carried from the surface. Leaves, roots, the memory of a distant forest above. Salamanders with translucent skin and delicate limbs drift silently through the mineral-rich pools, their existence a testament to patience and adaptation. The rivers themselves are ever-changing, flowing with the seasons, swelling with the meltwater of spring, and retreating to narrow channels in the lean months. In places, they burst forth as springs, feeding alpine meadows and mountain lakes, their cold, pure waters sustaining a cascade of life from mosses and insects to the trout that glide in the icy shallows. These hidden currents connect the heights to the valleys, carrying nutrients and life from rock to root, from darkness to light. The geology of the mountains is written in these rivers. Stalactites and stalagmites rise and fall in slow motion, marking the passage of centuries as water drips, mineral by mineral, building cathedrals of stone. In the darkness, microcrystals glisten on the walls, and ancient fossils are locked in limestone, a record of creatures that once swam in seas, long vanished. Above, the alpine streams trickle from the mouths of caves, braiding across the slopes and gathering into torrents. They nourish mossy banks where insects hatch in the thousands, providing food for dippers and water shrews. Otters slip through the calm pools, their sleek bodies perfectly tuned to the cold embrace of the mountain waters. Even the mighty peaks depend on these hidden flows, for they bind the ecosystems together, linking the icy summits, the forests, and the grasslands below. Every drop that seeps through the mountain's heart is a thread in the vast tapestry of life. The rivers beneath the peaks are silent architects, shaping valleys, sustaining forests, and nurturing creatures both seen and unseen. Their quiet persistence is a reminder that the mountain's strength lies not only in stone and snow, but in the living water that flows through its depths, a hidden lifeline, connecting all who call these heights home. As the last rays of sunlight fade behind jagged peaks, a hush settles over the mountain slopes. The world above the tree-line transforms, day's brilliance giving way to a realm ruled by shadows and silence. It is in this darkness that a hidden caste of mountain dwellers emerges, perfectly adapted to thrive in the night. Mossy boulders and tangled roots become highways for nimble-footed martens, whose keen senses of smell and hearing guide their silent hunts for voles and beetles. Their fur, rich and dark, blends seamlessly with the undergrowth, making them nearly invisible to both predator and prey. Higher up, the haunting calls of mountain owls echo between the cliffs. Their wings, broad and feathered for silent flight, allow them to drift soundlessly through the cold night air. With eyes attuned to the faintest glimmer, they track the smallest movement below, mice scurrying through frost-laden grass, or the flutter of a moth against a lichen-covered rock. Within dense pine forests, the elusive snow leopard begins its nightly patrol. Its pale coat, dappled in moonlight, is the perfect camouflage among the scattered stones and snowy ledges. Every step is calculated, every muscle poised as it stalks mountain goats that graze in the safety of darkness. The leopard's padded paws leave only the faintest trace on the soft earth, a ghost in the alpine night. Meanwhile, tiny creatures stir beneath the leaf litter. Mountain shrews, with heartbeats racing at impossible speeds, dart from shadow to shadow, foraging for seeds and insects. Their whiskers twitch, reading the landscape through vibration and scent, always wary of the sharp senses of nocturnal hunters. Above, bats flit along ridgelines, weaving through the night on wings of stretched leather. They feast on swarms of moths and beetles drawn by moonlight, using high-pitched echoes to map their world in complete darkness. Each bat's flight path is a delicate dance, choreographed by the invisible signals of echolocation. Even the streams come alive in darkness. Amphibians slip from their hiding places, croaking softly as they search for mates beneath the stars. Insects, dormant by day, now fill the air with the hum of wings and the flicker of firefly signals. Survival here is a game of adaptation. Thick fur shields against plunging temperatures, wide eyes gather every scrap of available light, silent steps and muted colors make the difference between life and death. For every hunter there is prey, for every risk a reward. As the mountain night unfolds, a tapestry of life is woven in silence. Predators hunt, prey flees, and the delicate balance of survival plays out beneath the watchful gaze of the stars. In these hours, the mountains belong to the creatures of the night, each one a testament to the power of adaptation, resilience, and the eternal pulse of life after sundown. As dawn breaks on the mountain slopes, the first hints of seasonal change are written in delicate strokes. Frosted tips on wild grasses, a blush of color on alpine shrubs. Here the passage of time is measured not by the ticking of clocks, but by the rhythmic pulse of nature's transformations. Spring arrives with a quiet persistence. Snowmelt trickles down from the highest ridges, carving new streams that nourish the slopes below. Dormant seeds, buried beneath winter's icy grip, awaken. Tiny wildflowers, gentians, saxifrages, and edelweiss push through thawing earth, splashing color across the rugged landscape. Mountain goats descend to feast on the fresh growth, their coats shedding in tufts to reveal sleek fur suited for warmer days. Marmots emerge from their long hibernation, blinking in the sunlight, eager to rebuild fat reserves in lush meadows. Summer brings a brief, vibrant abundance. The air hums with the wings of butterflies and bees drawn to the nectar of blooming plants. Mosses and lichens spread across boulders, soaking up the sun's energy in every fleeting moment. Young ibex, born in sheltered crags, take their first tentative steps on steep slopes. Predators, foxes, golden eagles, raise their young as well, each species timing its life cycle to the mountain's generous season. But the bounty is short-lived. As autumn approaches, the air grows crisp, the days shrink. Deciduous shrubs flush gold and crimson before shedding their leaves, conserving energy for the cold ahead. Pikas and voles gather seeds, building hidden larders to sustain them through lean months. Birds, warblers, swallows, mountain finches take flight, embarking on long migrations to milder valleys or distant continents. Winter returns with a silent authority. Snow blankets the peaks, muffling every sound. Most insects vanish their life cycles, paused in eggs or pupae beneath the soil. Only the hardiest remain active. Ptarmigans don new white plumage, vanishing into the snowfields, while mountain hares do the same. The snow leopard, ruler of the frozen heights, expands its territory, following prey that struggles to find food beneath the drifts. Beneath the surface, hibernators like marmots and dormice slip into deep torpor, their heartbeats slowing to a whisper. Through each season, the mountain's inhabitants reveal astonishing strategies, changing coats, shifting diets, altering behaviors. Life here is a continual adaptation, a dance with the shifting elements. For every plant and animal, survival means reading the mountain's subtle cues, responding with resilience and ingenuity. From the first melt of spring to the deep silence of winter, the mountains are never truly still. Their endless cycle of change shapes every life that calls these heights home, a testament to nature's enduring creativity in the face of constant transformation. Beneath the towering peaks and ancient pines, a hidden world pulses with life, one that rarely draws the eye, yet quietly shapes the fate of the entire mountain. Here, among the mossy stones and tangled roots, the mountain's smallest inhabitants are hard at work. Carpenter ants tunnel through decaying logs, their jaws sculpting intricate galleries that speed the breakdown of fallen timber. As they chew and carry away fragments, they create new homes for beetles, fungi, and even the seeds of mountain wildflowers. In the darkness of the soil, earthworms twist and burrow, mixing nutrients and aerating the ground. Their silent labor transforms rocky dirt into rich earth, laying the foundation for every blade of grass and towering tree. On sunlit slopes, alpine butterflies flutter from blossom to blossom. With each delicate landing, they transfer pollen, ensuring that rare mountain flowers like the blue gentian and the star-shaped edelweiss continue their ancient bloom. Hoverflies and solitary bees join them, braving sudden winds and chilly dawns to fuel the mountain's seasonal explosion of color. Yet life at these heights demands clever adaptations. Springtails, tiny, spring-loaded insects, leap between crystals of frost, their bodies coated in wax that repels lethal cold. Bark beetles time their emergence with the thaw, boring into weakened trees where their larvae can develop safely, even as woodpeckers hunt for a meal. Some, like the snow flea, produce their own antifreeze, remaining active beneath the snowpack while others sleep. Predators, too, patrol this miniature realm. Wolf spiders skitter over lichens, their keen eyes scanning for unwary prey. Assassin bugs hunt among the leaf litter, ambushing aphids and other soft-bodied insects. In turn, these hunters become vital food for larger creatures. Songbirds, shrews, and even the mountain's elusive weasels. Each tiny creature plays a part in this intricate web. Decomposers break down what is old, pollinators ensure what is new, and predators keep the balance in check. Without them, the slopes would choke with debris, flowers would fade, and the entire mountain would lose its heartbeat. Amidst snowmelt and stone, the mountain's smallest engineers labor on, unseen and uncelebrated. But their quiet persistence sustains the grand drama of life at the roof of the world, a reminder that even the tiniest lives are woven into the fabric of the wild. High above the valleys, the mountain breathes, a living monument shaped by ice, wind, and time. But now, a new force is reshaping its slopes, the slow, relentless advance of climate change. Here, the signs are subtle at first, a few degrees warmer in spring, snow melting weeks ahead of memory, ancient glaciers shrinking, leaving behind bare rock where blue ice once clung. As temperatures rise, the mountain's snowline retreats. Alpine meadows, once carpeted in wildflowers, are squeezed higher, their blooms arriving earlier and fading sooner. The rare blue gentian struggles to find cool soil, outpaced by fast-growing grasses and encroaching shrubs from lower elevations. Mosses and lichens, adapted for cold and shade, wither under relentless sun. For the animals, the rules are changing. Pikas, those nimble, fur-clad foragers, find their rocky homes growing too warm. Forced ever upward, their world shrinks, with nowhere left to climb. Marmots wake from hibernation weeks before the first shoots appear, risking starvation. The snow leopard's range shifts its prey, ibex and barrel, forced into new, unfamiliar terrain, upsetting the delicate balance of predator and prey. Beneath the soil, even the smallest creatures feel the change. Springtails and earthworms, once synchronized with the mountain's freeze and thaw, now face unpredictable cycles. Pollinators emerge before the flowers they depend on, breaking ancient partnerships. Streams, fed by dwindling snowpack, run shallow and warm, threatening the eggs of mountain frogs and the cool refuges for trout. The web of life stretches and strains. With each shift in temperature, with every lost patch of snow, new winners and losers emerge. Hardy invaders, plants and insects from lower altitudes, move in, outcompeting the mountain's specialists. The once stable tapestry of life unravels, thread by thread. Yet the mountain endures, its stones silent witnesses to change. The creatures that call it home adapt, migrate, or vanish, each response echoing through the high places. In this unfolding story, The mountain's future hangs in the balance, a testament to both resilience and fragility, shaped by forces far beyond its ancient peaks.